You know, it's a family of scammers. It's a family of scammers. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Brianna, and I make health, beauty, and lifestyle videos to inspire and motivate women like myself. If you can hear noise outside, that is my fountain and the animals possibly, because I have my balcony door open, so just don't mind that. But today's video is a very serious matter, and I just wanted to share for as many women as possible to see this, because anybody can be a target of a scam. There are so many different scams out here nowadays that are really targeting us, and they're getting really elaborate and really calculated. So it's really easy for some women to be affected by these things. If you receive an email that looks like this, then it is a scam. So basically how this one goes is they are promising women the opportunity to make thousands of dollars by simply recruiting other people to work at these exclusive celebrity private events. These emails are very detailed, and they even have messages at the bottom to show that they are protected by whatever government or legally binding agency, so that you don't share it with anyone. Now, when I first received this email, I Googled the email to see if it was real or not, because I'm like, this sounds like it's too good to be true. What's going on? So I Googled the email, and it was linked to an Eventbrite. So it seems like this is a really legit scheme, but it's not. So they will ask you for your WhatsApp information. They only pretty much communicate over WhatsApp unless you get really deep into it. Anything that is going to be over WhatsApp is going to be most likely a scam, and most likely something that you don't want to be a part of. The email is linked to these events on Eventbrite, and I'm not saying that these are the people that are involved, but the people that are linked to this email are most likely the ones who are a part of this group of people who are scamming people. They do have real events for influencers of all ages. They have different events, you know, in different cities, as they state in the emails, but that's a totally separate thing from what they're doing, with what they're scamming people. And like I said, I cannot say that that's these exact people, but all I'm saying is that this email is connected to them. So, and their Instagram pages and everything is connected to this email as well. So when you talk to these people, or when you talk to this specific person, he will sound really down to earth. He will explain everything to you so eloquently. He has a southern accent, and I don't know how many people they have calling or talking to people, but he will just explain everything to you in depth with great detail. Any questions that you have, he will answer them with no problem. Also, they're gonna say you have to wear these crop tops that are like cut to your nipples basically, and then you have to wear a G-string. And that was the cutoff point for me. I knew that this wasn't for me, because I wasn't willing to have, like, I have big boobs, and he was saying like, yeah, if you wear this top, your boobs are going to be coming out, and you have to be comfortable with that, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with that, so what do we do now? So I thought, you know, it was over at that point, but he kept trying to get me involved in different ways. So for the people that they're emailing, they're approaching you as a host, which is a person who doesn't have to necessarily attend the events that you're promoting. You don't have to, you know, do certain things. So basically want you to reach out to other people that you know in order to get them to pay these membership fees. They promise you that you're going to make money just for reaching out to people, just for texting people, just for DMing people, just for calling people. You're going to make $1,000 for each of those calls, texts, and DMs. And they also give you a pay date, and they say that you're going to have to take a polygraph test. You're going to have to sign an NDA. You sign a contract. They actually do send out contracts and NDAs that may look professional, that do look professional. You know, I'm in contact with other women who have received the same email and got approached by the same people, and they say that, you know, it looks legit, it sounds legit. So when you talk to this person, he's telling you everything to say to these people that you're reaching out to, giving you all of the lines and telling you that you can use the polygraph as a safety net or whatever. If they ask any questions that you don't know the answer to, he's using the women against each other. Like, he'll tell one woman, like, yeah, when you talk to her, tell her this, tell her that you've been doing this, tell her that you da-da-da-da, tell her you made this much. And then he'll tell the other woman the same thing. So they're like, communicating with each other, and they think that it's real stuff that's going on, that you can actually make money from this. And this is something that actually happens. These exclusive, events do happen. It's most likely not to the point where you have to pay to have access to work. So basically the basis of this is that you're paying a membership fee, not as a host for the people who are being recruited. You're paying a membership fee to have access to these exclusive celebrity events for a year, and also other opportunities that I don't want to get into. But mainly the events, they say that you'll have access to this many amount of events every month. You can make this amount of dollars for attending. You make this amount of dollars for every person that you recruit. I mentioned that they promised a date where you have to take the polygraph and all of that, and that is called payday. And they give you a payday. They're telling you to call this amount of people or whatever until that pay date. And on payday, you will send in all of your proof of work, and then they tally it up, and then they will give you a location at like an office building, and you will get paid in cash. So like I said, with the amount of detail that these people use and give, it may really feel legit to a lot of people, especially people who are desperate and they're in a specific place in their life. And a lot of people are like, I've been manifesting this, I've been manifesting an opportunity like this. And the way that he puts it, he's like, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, because once you give the opportunity to somebody, then you can no longer offer it to them if they don't take it. So they're gonna lose the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. They had everything set out how they needed it to be in order to get as many people signed up. They even promise you a Zoom call with 3 A-list celebrities on payday. And they say if you're a host and you decide to drop out and don't want to do it anymore, he says that you're gonna get a DM from 3 different celebrities like, oh, I'm sorry you missed the opportunity, blah, blah, blah. So they basically dangle these, this money and this opportunity to network with celebrities and things like that in your face in order to keep you motivated and keep you wanting to get as many people in as possible. So that's what they do to keep it going. And I guess when you send in your proof of work and all of that, they check off the people that they can no longer contact, I guess, because they've already had access to it. So there are also Reddit posts about this, and basically they've been doing this for some years now, and they changed the names up. They have the name of this white sounding woman, and they use that to make it sound more legit. They have, with the contracts, they actually sign it and send it back to you. So basically on the Reddit post, basically the same things that I'm saying, and then when payday comes, they just disappear and nothing happens. There are women who actually have spent a lot of money and sent a lot of money to these people, and I can't take their word for it, but with the stories that I've heard, people have used credit cards to pay this money. They've used the last of their savings. They've sold their assets like cars and things like that in order to have money to invest. They promise you that the more you invest, the more the clients see that you're serious and you have faith in them. So the more that you invest, the more that you will get back in the end. Basically, if you have, they say if you have a business or if you have anything that you're trying to invest in, then you can leverage that and get more benefits for your own business and your own brand and all of that. They just promise you everything that you could ask for. Paid travel, and they tell you that you can hire your own personal security That's an important piece, because of course the first thing you're going to think with this whole situation is they promise you that you can hire your own licensed security to come with you to these events, armed or unarmed. They say that you can bring a person of your choice, male or female, doesn't matter. They just can't come to the events with you. They say that you can hire your own hairstylist, your own makeup artist. You have a list of hotel options to choose from. They really have this whole thing set out so elaborately that you might really, think that it's real. You might really feel like this is something that is possible. This is a blessing that has come into my life. I have to have faith in this situation. Scared money don't make no money, because that's all the things that he's going to say to you. And most likely this is a group of men that are in Houston, Texas. One girl, they signed into her Instagram account to reach out to people through her Instagram. She saw that they were logged in Houston, Florida, and Alabama. So it's definitely a group of people. Like I said, the email is connected to the Eventbrite, which is connected to those people's Instagrams and all of that. I've been doing research. I found a lot of stuff, but basically it's a group of men in Houston, Texas, Port Arthur. They are using young and older women, whoever is, falling for what they're saying, to basically fund their lifestyles and probably these influencer events that they have and whatever else that they have going on. And they're, putting on this facade like they made all this money just, from doing what they do, but they're actually scamming people out here and just having no remorse for it. And I really don't understand, because when you're saying things like, I just want black people to win, I want our people to excel, and that's the issue with black people, is that they don't never want to have faith in nothing, and da-da-da-da. When you're literally scamming people, you are the reason that black people are not trustworthy of certain people or whatever. Like, you're the reason, because you're taking advantage of people's weaknesses, and you're leaving them in a spot where they literally cannot feed their kids, or they literally have to call for desperate measures to pay their bills and craziness. Like, that's absolutely horrible. And the karma on that, I can only imagine the karma on that. And I know they've been to jail before. I know they done, been caught before, but the karma, what their children is going to have to face, because your children can pay the karmic debts for you. We have names, numbers, and addresses of people that are involved or were involved in this scheme. Things will be done one way or another, especially on the karma side. Y'all know I'm big on spirituality, and karma is very real, especially with the people that have been affected in terms of their money. That energy is going straight to them, and it's going to build up, and it's going to result in something. That's just horrible. It's just horrible. And that's another reason why I don't want kids, because it's so many people out here that are vicious and just do not care about other people. Like, you're literally saying that you care about other people. You want people to win. You're saying this whole spiel, about helping people, but you're doing the complete opposite. You're ruining people's lives. Like, it's people with kids that have, literally gave their last, and now they don't know what they're gonna do. That's sick. That's really sick. So, anybody who is involved with this is gonna be affected in one way or another. All I can say is, if you see this email, you can try to get involved. You can try to talk to them and find out some more information and share it, so we can really build a case and try to, get these people faster. But if you don't want to, then of course don't get involved. But just beware. If you see an email like this or similar to this, then it is a scam. And this is not the only scam that they've done. They've done like mail fraud before, and something else that I don't know what it was specifically, but it was involving fraud before. So this is most likely a family of them. Like, they use the same alias, and they just been using it over and over, I guess, or in different ways. And then they got the white woman sounding name involved to make it sound more legit. And they've used social media to refine their scheme and their scams. It's a family of scammers. It's a family of scammers. So yeah, they're gonna keep doing this, and they're gonna find other ways to do it until they end up in jail. So just beware, and please share for any other women that you think need to know about this. Like, literally share this everywhere, because the more people know about it, the less people they can scam, and until they go to jail, because they going to jail. Y'all going to jail. But you know, the more people know about this, the more it can be exposed, and